Yes, yes, General Saab. Yeah.
You see, there are stages of operations, right? So let's say stage 1 of operation was to actually involve all the Gulf countries, create chaos, respond, kill, and be able to show to your own people that you are capable of responding to what is happening on the scene. And now you're taking positions and changing a posture. So that phase 1 is off. So what Sanjay is saying that they may be keeping some forces out, and the next stage will start happening of carrying out strikes when it should. But what challenge with Iran is that Iran is encircled. Iran's military industrial complex is not so vast and entrenched. So besides making drones, which will be much more low cost and effective, their capacity to make ballistic missiles is going to be actually degraded. And if I'm not wrong, Israelis and Americans have trying to hit all those places where those things were being made.
Right? Yeah, the manufacturing facility. And a ballistic missile is not like a, a small knitted handkerchief that it can be turned around.
It's not like Shahed,
it'll take some time.
Shaheds that they can just make it this thing. So,
now,
so that is one part. I think they don't have the capacity to be enabled, empowered from everybody else. Americans can ask the Ukrainians that we want more interceptors. Where does Iran go?
Yeah,
he doesn't have any option.
No, and the Americans will also take time to ship those interceptors, just as the Iranians will take time to build those ballistics. So both sides will have a logistic and a manufacturing issue. Although we've got pictures of the kind of extent of damage that we've seen around Tehran on the 3rd of March. These are pictures coming on from the 3rd of March. Huge amount of damage that's happened into commercial and also perhaps some residential areas that have been hit. Let's just quickly shift focus, viewers, and then bring it closer to us, because this is now in open international waters and there is a huge amount of debate closer home. This is the frigate that was blown up, General and Tom Cooper, and we'll just call the graphic here of the exact location where this happened. Now, this is where it's happened. This is where this frigate was blown up, not so far away from Sri Lanka, but the map is to scale, viewers, so we must understand that this is at least beyond the international waters or the boundaries of Sri Lanka, and this is in international waters a good 150 to 200 kilometers away, if not more, and also far away from Indian waters. But it's not so far away, General. Tom, it's not so far away. So is the question that's being raised closer home, was India not aware? Were we caught off guard? Is that a fair question or not? Tom?
I think it is not a fair question. I think Indian public must accept the fact that US Navy is all the time somewhere here. There is at least one US Navy nuclear powered attack submarine somewhere near India all the time, any time of the day. Every day a week, every day.
So the Chinese could also be here. Our own submarines could be here. The Russians could also be there.
The Chinese are sending 4, 5, 6 reconnaissance ships every year into Eastern Indian Ocean, into Western Indian Ocean. They're sending their submarines for sure into this area as well.
Right.
So there is foreign presence all the time.
There is presence. General Pandey,
Okay, let me just be clear. From the nearest place in Sri Lanka. This is about 40 nautical miles, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
Which is way beyond, double the distance from the territorial waters of Sri Lanka.
Right.
From Gaul. There's a place called Gaul there.
Right. I'm going to just turn this and bring it down. Yeah. Sorry.
Get it down.
Let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me help you. See,
there.
Botswana and whatever, this is Pacific now, no?
Yeah, it's just turned. There it comes back again.
So,
South Africa, and we go down here and we come back here.
Further.
Yeah, it's just rolling around a bit.
It's flipping all the time.
Yeah, this is India, right. Let's flip this, and this is where this has happened. This location has happened here. Right. Okay. Now, this is where...
This is the area where the attack
you
has
just
taken
circle
place.
that area. Yeah, this is where it has happened.
Yeah, further down.
Further down here.
Right.
Okay. In international waters, you got to just activate the pencil. Yeah, the pencil.
Ah, so pencil. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this area.
Yeah. So that's where it's happened. Yes,
so firstly, it is about double the distance from the territorial water of Sri Lanka.
Right? Okay.
So it may be in the EEZ of Sri Lanka.
So this is the territorial waters of Sri Lanka.
Absolutely.
Yes.
These are the territorial waters
Much
of
more closer.
Much closer to the
much
coast,
closer.
yeah, much
what
closer to
Bharat?
the-
Bharat. Then is
It's
a
12 miles.
question of
So it's
EEZ.
12 miles.
Yes.
So Bharat's territorial waters are 12 miles. They're not so
They
much.
are, they are,
12
all the
nautical miles.
territorial waters are principally 12 miles. It's actually, nominally, it's even less than that. But,
Okay. So
generally it's
so this
accepted.
is just 12 miles.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you
Okay.
draw another line which is called about 200-mile line,
Okay.
which is the EEZ.
So this could be the EEZ.
Yeah.
Okay. This could be the EEZ
little bit more.
and perhaps even a 200 mile here.
This is the exclusive
No.
zone.
EEZ. Yeah. Please come.
I'm sorry.
No, please come. Please draw it for us. So that, this is for viewers to understand this, that how far has it been from our territorial waters and even the EEZ. Now, okay, so this is the EEZ.
So in case of Sri Lankans,
Huh.
right, it may be part of the EEZ.
Okay.
But in our case, it
Huh.
is beyond our EEZ.
Okay.
Firstly, so territorial water is where we have got a say. EEZ is the place where we can farm, we can do our economic activities, whereas the ships can sail. So the ships, in case any ship has to sail into the territorial waters, they need to take our permission. They have to be under our
Right. But for EEZ, they don't
no.
need to take permission.
And for international waters, which is beyond, yes, name is Indian Ocean. And Indian Ocean doesn't stop here; it goes far
all the way up
beyond.
to the Antarctic.
So just because the Indian Ocean doesn't mean that we need to have knowledge of everything.
Right.
One is that. Second is submarines. It is I just can't say even for Indian Navy that where are their submarines, right? And this is what Tom is saying is absolutely right. There will always be ships. There will always be submarines who will always be moving and carrying out these activities in international water. So if anything which happens in international water, firstly, ethical question can be debated.
Right.
That was it fully armed? Was it fully prepared? Was it fully geared up to take on a
Right.
anti-submarine mission?
let me come
Was-
between you, so both
Yeah.
of you are in the conversation. Yeah. Huh.
So, it's an ethical question. They were going from an IFR, they were going from an exercise with the Indian Navy in Milan, and thereafter they were returning to their respective. Who's responsible? Are we supposed to escort till Iran, off next to Hormuz, or in the territorial water, or into EZ, or hand over to a frigate of this thing? I think there can be huge amount of debate.
Right.
My requirement is that they came for a purpose. They are people in uniform. They know the scope, right? So one option was that they could have stuck around for some time, but I give full credit to Dena and their crew that they took a call. They need to go and fight back for the country, and they moved across for their purpose. It's a combat mission.
Right.
The moment you move into international waters in a war between two countries, everybody is a square meat, right?
Right.
You are supposed to be, you will be hunted down, and it's not the first time it's happening. It's always happened in Second World War and in between. So when Hexet says this is the first time it has happened, he was wrong.
Yeah.
It has already happened 4 times since then.
Correct. So that Tom himself caught him there saying that, it's happened many
After
times.
experiencing this for now more than a week, your hospitality as people in India, I think you are letting yourself a little bit too much influenced by this. Why? Because you think they were our guests, therefore we should have taken care of them. No, you haven't.
Okay. Yeah, it's about the Iranian frigate. That's because it was part of the Milan 2026 exercise, joint exercise, and it took part in it. But after that, and this happened in February, but the frigate was out. So it was out of our waters already.
And that's
My
it.
question, they were out for 6 days. Somewhere they were missing. One doesn't even know where they were.
Okay.
So actually, am I right? So, and I'm sure they are professional. You know, Iranian Navy is
Especially
not a
naval officers.
naval officer, very, very professional. It's bad luck that yesterday they were having meal with us, and today they are dead. That is how, unfortunately, people have to realize in civil street.
This is a reality of military service.
This is what uniform
we,
service is.
and we will not begrudge
Now,
Iranians.
if this is the Sri Lankan EEZ, Hexet said this is international waters.
It is international.
It is international water.
It is
still
international
Yes,
waters.
yes.
So that's all right. So he's not
just
wrong
so that
there.
Some countries are declaring this external exclusion zone as an area where only they have the right to exploit the sea or whatever is underneath.
Like fishing rights, mining rights,
Right.
Your rights to carry out putting in oil rigs, they will be there all for economic activities. But by the way, the Chinese and even the Americans, I don't think they follow the union.
They
UNCLOS.
Nobody
they
cares
don't
about
follow it. Okay.